Welcome back, family. You know what I need y'all guys to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, guys. Our channel is growing. Despise not small beginnings. You understand? Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Comment, family. I'm trying to get into the YouTube algorithm. YouTube tripping sometime, but I'm going to keep peddling it anyway. Support my channel by going to the Cash App, guys, and donating there. It's $Drummer1980. I do appreciate you in advance. You also can support my channel by clicking on the super thanks located under the video, guys. Donating there as well. And like how I tell each and every one of y'all, I do appreciate you 10 folds over, hands down. I'm proud that you're rocking with me. Well, guess who's back? I'm your gracious host, Drummer 1980, hailing from Columbia, South Carolina. You hear that thick, rich accent coming through this microphone? I'm Southern, so what? I hope you had a good day today, and if you didn't have a good day, ask yourself why, because remember this by the point, family. Happiness is an inside job. Did you hear me? Clean your ears out. I said happiness is an inside job, and it will always be an internal effect. I'm not going to quantify anything. We just going to jump straight into it. I'm going to call your attention to the screen, guys. Let's go.
Sitting amongst women that are always going to tell it like it is, whether they get backlash or not. So we have a lot of issues when it comes to when we want to say what we want as Black women. Right, Eboni?
Well, since you went there, it's interesting. So the past several months where I've been leading conversation amongst Black women and beyond, I think the main thing I've learned from this, y'all, is people really want Black women to be happy with anything. What people really want Black women to understand is that we are to be accepting of our positioning as the least desirable in society. We should get the memo that nobody really wants a Black woman. Thus, if anybody was to find themselves willing to take up with us, we should be happy, we should be grateful, and we should shut up about it. And if you are a Black woman that dares to push back on that mythology, because that's what it is, it's a damn lie from the pits of hell. Right. And if you were to push back on that and insist upon a value system, insist upon a criteria, insist upon just a standard into which we want to operate romantically, we are demonized. Yes. We are, we are seen as ungrateful, and eventually we become the ungrateful, angry Black woman. And I'm not, I personally won't have it.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Well, she just said a mouthful, but I don't have to say that much because it's very simple and straight to the point. I'm not going to leave room for anybody being confused. I'm pretty much black and white, no gray area. Let's go. If you are what you say you are, you shouldn't have no problem getting the kind of man that you desire. Simple as that. I don't care what your preference is. You can do what you want to do. And me personally, I prefer Black women. Doesn't matter the skin tone. Light, bright, or dark as midnight. Either way, as long as she's bad. Because universally, a bad mama jamma is a bad mama jamma across the board. Universal. Can I get a witness, somebody? Huh? God almighty, I'm feeling good now. Oh, my God. Now, what got most Black women in trouble is their attitude. They so brash. They tongues are untamed and unbridled. They don't know how to bridle their tongue. And they think that somebody owed them something. The entitlement is off the scales. It's off the charts. And that hypergamy thing, that corner hypergamy, because there's nothing wrong with hypergamy. But this type of hypergamy is what got a lot of them single. And they can't even see off the end of their nose. And we've been saying this for years now. Everything has fell on deaf ears. And that's fine. But you see your results, don't you? And now nobody don't want Black women to be happy, or Black women can't have a preference. Yes, you can have a preference. But you need to know what level you on, because water seeks its own level. Huh? Don't it?
Oh my God.
Water seeks its own level.
But the reality of the situation is that I feel like, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, I feel like Black men don't really want to have the conversation that Black women actually do have more options that are available to them than are ever kind of proposed. Yeah. Because yes, Black men, sure, it might be a little bit more difficult, but if you are willing to date outside your race, the options open up. And
they do, but wait, I have to give a caveat for this because I don't want to make any presumptions. As somebody who has been very open and transparent about my dating within and beyond Black men, I just want to say that that's not necessarily the savior complex that people think. Unfortunately, because I think when I have this conversation with Black women who have never dated outside of Black men, they often have a romanticized fantasy ideal about what that is, kind of like non-Black men will save us. And I don't know, straight to Cam. And I know that's not what you're saying. Yeah. Right. But I do think like that was in the comments, right, of kind of my bus driver gate. Well, sis, what they need to know is you can date non-Black men. And you will still have many of the same perils because there are differences culturally, but men are men. And when it comes down to misogyny and default presumptions of feminine worth and value, some of those things control cross-culturally. I only know it from experience.
But I will say some of the...
Now, Eboni spoke the truth on that one, but Melissa Ford, the video vixen, the ex-video vixen, excuse me. She talking about open up your options. We all know about this. I don't know if these people live up under a rock or not, but understand this simple concept. If it was that easy and Black women could cross over, they would have been gone. The problem is a lot of them figure it out the hard way, just like Eboni did. They would have sex with you, parade you around. It's called showcasing. I can literally show you some books that will blow your mind. It's called racial showcasing, guys. Melissa Ford, isn't she an immigrant? Isn't she from like Canada or either the Caribbean or some way? Of course, the mindset is going to be a little different there. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. Open up your options, Black women. Listen to me. Open up your options. Because like how Eboni said, and she spoke the truth on this one, a broken clock is right twice a day. She spoke the truth. Men are men. See, but I noticed something. Whenever Black women go deal with white guys, usually it's a lower tier guy. I'm talking about in general. It's a lower tier guy. It's a plain old Jane guy. And if that white guy was a Black man up in that same position, he wouldn't be good enough. So my question is, why would she accept the white man that's of a lower stature and status versus the Black man in that same position? Could it be because of his skin? Does skin have value? Or perhaps you might be trying to escape Blackness. You won't never escape Blackness. Ladies, go try your options. I implore you, go try them and see if the grass is greener on the other side. Eboni K found out. She can testify to this.
Women that I know that have dated outside of their race, I do not. I only date Black men, but they will try to convince me that it is better. And maybe that's why we have that idea that it is romanticized, because it's like, oh girl, you need to get you an Italian man because they know how to worship us. They know how to treat us better. Okay, so when it comes to that, do you feel like people throw that in your face as well? Because when you see a Black man that's dating a white woman, it's kind of just like, okay, you know, the athletes, oh, they all got them a white woman, and that's fine.
There's a whole movement called Passport Bro.
This is what I mean.
Oh, God. I mean, it goes to Eboni's point about Black women being fed the narrative that you got to take what you can get, that you're the lowest on the totem pole.
Hold up. Now, this is the one and only time, Passport Bros, I'm going to stand up for y'all because I'm not opposed to y'all, okay? But I play on hard settings, which is American. You understand? Did you catch that? All right. Some guys go to find another Black woman, guys. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Some of the guys go to find a dark Afro-Latino or just whatever. Some of them go to the continent of Africa. Some go to the Caribbean and all of that. You understand? South America or what have you. Some of them go to the Philippines or just what have you. You see that, Passport Bros? I don't hate y'all. All right, let's go.
In terms of attractiveness, and that Black men are actively saying, I do not want a Black woman. I am going to go to another country to find another, ethnicity or race of woman because I deem them to be more attractive. Yes. I deem them to have more traditional values, bow to me.
Find them to do what though?
To marry them.
There shouldn't be no reason why you can't say, I don't want to date a bus driver. You know why? You're a lawyer. You did your education. You've done your work. You've been on television. You're You're still on television, and you probably don't want that kind of man, and that's okay.
And I don't think that man wants me, lawyer. That's the other part of the conversation. Where you gonna meet him?
First of all, she named off a bunch of things that sound good to an employer. You heard me? She's a lawyer. So what? So what? And what does that supposed to mean? Because the type of guy you seeking is not looking for you to pay for anything for him, the type of man that you want. So what does a lawyer have to do with anything? You have no idea. That's why you need to get around some men that's not trying to sleep with you. And I don't have a dog in the fight, so I can come straight down the middle with no chase. Huh? You heard me. You need to get around some men that's not trying to sleep with you. And then they can tell you the truth. Eboni have visibility. So surely that she can find what she want. Nope. I wonder why. Because she's not a bad looking sister. So there's something else going on then, right? Huh? There's something else at play.
That man does not want me, Melissa. Can you see
I had this exact conversation about her. Yeah. And I posed the question about, the CEO of Xerox. Why should she have to date a bus driver? Why is this even a part of the conversation? First of all, the two of them probably have very little in common, not even in terms of them personally, but their lives and their lifestyles and that sort of thing. And what's called into question when it comes to trying to date somebody who's of a different status than where you are, you're going to encounter problems that are going to result in microaggressions, just like the fissures are going to kind of show up in the relationship, but it's going to be a lot of unsaid things.
Insecurities,
you know what I'm saying? Listen, in a perfect world, Miss CEO of Xerox, she falls in love with a bus driver and everything works out well. But in reality, probably not.
What happens when an unstoppable force meet an unmovable object? Calamity, right? See, when women get money, they automatically think they qualify for a man on that level or higher. God almighty, no. Let me talk to your soul, because I'm about to burn a hole in it. Your money, your status, your job, your degrees don't have no bearing on the type of man that you want, right? It don't have no bearing on it. Simply because you looking for that man to take care of you anyway, right? And ladies, I'm not saying that don't go get your education, because you should be able to be a functional adult, okay? You should be able to take care of yourself. But money has ruined your mindset. Listen to me. Money has ruined women's mindset. They think if I have $1 million, well, I should be able to get $1 million. It don't work like that. It just don't work like that. Look at Lizzo. Yes, she's a little bit on the healthy side of the game. Look at Nicole Murphy, Vivian Fox, Lisa Ray, Claudia Jordan, Eboni K. Williams, Oprah Winfrey, Nicki Minaj. You see? And I can be here until Christmas, literally, naming women that's higher in status, but they can't seem to find a man that will take them as they are. Because you know why? Because the type of man that you desire and is looking for is not looking at your status. It's not looking at your degrees. It's not looking at your bank account, because he have all that already. He looking for something else. The girl at Wendy's looks pretty good, because she won't be trying to challenge him as a lawyer and think that she know more than what he know. Yo, God. Huh? Did you hear me? Nobody don't want to be arguing with no lawyer. A lawyer is trained to argue with a rock, man. Ain't nobody want to be with no woman like that. Ladies, let me tell y'all a little secret. Men understand this simple concept. In order to obtain certain jobs, you have to be vicious, and a lawyer is one of them. God almighty, no. This microphone is about to burn up. Let me say that one more time for good measure. In order to obtain certain jobs, men understand you have to be vicious. You have to be cutthroat. And one day, she might turn it on you. So getting with a woman lawyer is like marrying a black widow spider. God almighty, no. Somebody better hair drummer. Somebody better hair drummer. Let me say that one more time. God. Oh, God almighty.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It's above me now.
It's above me now. Marrying a woman lawyer is like marrying a black widow spider. It's just a matter of time. So why in the world would I even consider something like this? And guys, you see how Eboni Williams look. She's not a bad looking sister at all. Not at all. Now, minus the makeup, I don't know. Dressed nice and all the heels on. All that. She's not big and out of round and out of shape. Okay, so what's the problem? And she done tried to cross over with no success. Oh, so it's everybody else. Okay. I see. But like how I said so eloquently earlier, water seeks its own level, right? So you have to meet men where you at. See, but you have an overinflated sense of self, causing your view to be slightly obscured. You understand? Causing you to be up in a tailspin. And you can't see yourself in a tailspin. You getting ready to crash. Not too long from now. You are descending at a high rate. And we warning you, but nobody listen at the stupid country bumpkins and they don't know what they talking about and all of that, which is fine. But I just hate to be the one to tell you that I told you so. Black women, this is me talking. This is Drummer 1980 talking right now. I love black women. I married a black woman. Okay? Black women is my preference. No matter what shade she is. Okay? And I want my black sisters to win. Did you hear me? I'm talking to you. I'm looking you dead in your eyeballs. I want you to win. But in order for you to win, you have to follow the men lead. I'm not telling you to jump on the bandwagon with some slewfoot, mushmouth nigga. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to listen at men. Ladies, you should be able to tell whenever a man have your best interests at heart. I don't get nothing out of this. I'm married already. Okay? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm better than fine. Okay? I'm telling you, your attitude is that of a junkyard dog. Because your attitude, he stay around just long enough to get the draws. And you wonder why nobody don't want to hang out with you. And nobody don't want to marry you. Because your attitude. What's with the attitude? What's with watching television and thinking that you deserve everything that you see? At one point in time, the grandmothers used to get a Cadillac maybe whenever they was about 50 or 60 years old. But now girls want G-Wagons, want Bentleys, want Rolls Royce, want Benzes, want BMWs, and all this good stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it. But just prepare yourself just in case you don't get it. Because you might can buy it for yourself, and most women go buy the smaller versions of a BMW. They not gonna buy the big boy. Most women go buy the smaller versions of a Mercedes. They not gonna mess with that S-Class, that S580 class, or that Maybach. They not gonna mess with that. You understand? They probably gonna get a CLA, a 250, or the highest they might get is a E-Class, but they ain't going to no S-Class. They ain't buying no Cadillac trucks like that. You understand? They ain't buying no big body Lexus. They gonna get the small versions. That's what they gonna do. They don't never buy the most expensive thing. Ask me how do I know? Because I drive things like that. And that's all that I'm gonna say. Ladies, I love y'all personally, but at no time will I lie to you. I'm gonna put your foot to the fire because you wear the same uniform that I wear. And I want you to win, but you can't win like this. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come on back to see drama. South Carolina, man. All right? I'm going to put them on the map. You heard me? And until next time, peace. And remember, there is more.